For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dagny Samuelson Solid, and I'm a passionate member of our church's praise dance team, Devotion in Motion. I'm sure we've all felt passionate about certain things in our lives. I always felt this strong, passionate feeling was a gift from God that gave me a certain direction and a movement toward it that led to action. In high school, my permanent mission developed. I wanted to work in mission on Native reservations and teach young children there. I knew what I was getting into because I'd worked in a number of missions in various areas of the United States throughout my high school and college years. I knew the areas were going to be desolate, depressed, isolated, but that didn't bother my passion. Through my high school years of worship and work and did these different reservations, I knew by the time I graduated from college that I wanted to work and live on the Navajo. My living conditions I knew were going to be minimal. It was a rural, isolated, desolate place with a long way into town for supplies. There were terrible problems on the reservation at that time. There was extreme alcoholism, desperate poverty, a lack of hope and opportunity, child abandonment. It was a discouraging place. There was also distrust and resentment from the Navajo people about do-gooders coming in from the outside. To prove that you were going to be able to make a difference, you had to be willing to have a understanding and a respect for the Navajo culture, and also you had to be able to prove that you were willing to stay. I was determined to do both, and I did. I loved these children, and they loved me, and the families came to trust me because I was there year after year after year, teaching many of their children. The personal trials of living on the reservation through all this poverty and alcoholism and desperation didn't dim my passion for being there. Perhaps true passion always comes from God. It's so powerful, it leads to action, despite the personal consequences. Other people recognize true passion and respond to it. Through this recent time of COVID, isolation, and quiet, I realized that I'd been doing too much, spreading myself too thin, and I needed to focus on one area of passion for me. When I saw Pat Bailey and Pastor Christine Schoenwolf dance at a church service here, I realized that was it. Now, over time, I've really not danced in my life, except when I was in college, when I pursued the new and rather shocking time of sacred dance in our college chapel. I'm probably the oldest, least trained, least practiced of the dancers in Devotion in Motion, but these wonderful ladies have accepted me with patience and grace. We're all passionate about dancing for the Lord, and we're all bringing our gifts to Him. Now, we know some people may feel that dancing in church is not appropriate, but we hope that you'll see our passion and be caught up in it. Even if you love the old hymns like many of us do, you cannot help feeling the passion of David Rowan and the praise dance, the praise singers that sing in our church services on Sunday mornings. That passion comes across and brings us all closer to God. Perhaps you have a passion, something that you really feel strongly about. I would encourage you to step out in faith and use that passion to serve the Lord in a ministry of this church. Perhaps you want to join a ministry that's already working and bring a new focus to it, or perhaps you'd like to step out on your own and start something new. Whatever it is, I'd encourage you to bring your passion to serve the Lord in this church and maybe help to bring others to Christ.